Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So these ones are called the Dark Mirror. This is how they look on the outside. It's a reflection type box. Here's the back. Inside we have a wonderful book by Laura Sava. Dark Mirror Oracle. Very interesting in how they are sort of done. These are very different to other oracles. Even has a little ribbon to keep them in place. It's grey on the inside. This is the back of the cards. They're all the same look, no difference. So let's see what we get. Interesting. Naked before the stars. Bride in a cage. That's so sad. So not all of these are positive cards, you know. These are different ones. Peaceful among thorns. The black flower fragrance. Very beautiful though. Is this me? The child I was meant to be. Addicted. Ooh. Oh, parasite. Calling the storm. Sacrifice. Artificial heart. Fragmentation. Perchance to dream. Anger and chains. Today for tomorrow. Blinded to pain. Hiding your true self. Masquerade. Trump of lies. The temple of my body. Obsession. Downcast pride. Atonement. Queen of my world. Forgetting oneself. Envious gluttony. Colourless anger. Fated to suffer. I won't cry for you. Revenge, gilded regret, and alone in the world. So as you can see, these are not the pretty positive cards. These are very different. What does the air sign need to know from these cards right now, guys? What does the air signs need to know? I'll get the one that's sticking out. Perchance to dream for the air signs. So let's have a look at that, and I shall see what it says in the book for you guys. If I can find the right number. So this is how it looks, you can see. So what number is it? 28. So this is it, look. So it's a new moon phase, stage, denial. If I sleep long enough, when I wake up, the pain will have been gone, and it kinda to die, to sleep, perchance to dream. So it's time to surrender, to drown, to dive in head fast in the cozy all enveloping darkness of its blanket. It is a moment of weakness or desire to close your eyes and surrender just for a moment. 1 second, 1 minute. Not like an ham fighting the world, but like a kid, just welcoming the darkness outside within fully. How long will that moment last? A minute, we can say. Just a minute, but it's not me. Disappearing is but an instant, just the time to take a breath twice, and yet it cannot take ages. Ages we will regret, ages that we will have lost, like stolen by our own surrendering, and yet we close our eyes. We let some sense after the other slow down to nothing. Sight first, then hearing and smell. Last will be the reach, the comforting hand we all deserve, to hold us up when we have done enough, and we just cannot but let it go. So that's the actual message on the card. So what that says is, to me, I'll read it as I would read it. Perchance to sleep. It means to take a step back, to take a rest, to, for a moment, just relax, to take it all in. So that's my opinion of this card. This card, the Perchance to Dream, is stating that our mind's been too busy, and we need to take a step back and just breathe and close our eyes and just be still for a certain amount of time, to realign things in our head before we go forward. That's what it says to me, air signs anyway. There's too much in our head and we need to take a step back, take some breath air, and realign things in our mind before we continue. Be still and just relax for a while. Card for water signs. Card for water signs. I'll just take the one that's sticking out. A triumph of lies for the water signs. Triumphable Eyes. Interesting one, this. I will go to the book and let you know what the book says, but actually, I do prefer intuition reading. Everybody knows that about me, that I do. So here we have the moon. It's a waning gibbous. That's what it is. And the book itself, like I say, it's very bizarre. It's not like the other one. Not all that glitters is gold. Emptiness is felt when there is nothing under the dress. So it doesn't mean that you're lying or anything. It feels like it is ourselves, but it's not really authentic. It's just a lie we have made habit to believe in. When our lies become a gilded cape and our dresses become a burden, we should remember that we were born naked. So, I mean, like I say, the book's a little bit strange on its interpretation of the cards themselves. This Triumph of Lies. So what the card's basically saying, to put it to you in English and quicker terms, is that you're wearing a mask right now, water signs. You are masking something emotional inside you, actually. So you're hiding your emotions, you're putting on the glitz and glam, you're putting on a smile, but maybe it's time to just take it all off. Forget the smile for a moment and just reflect on that emotion inside and let it out so it's not struggling to free. That's what that says to me anyway. So you're only like, if you carry on with the facade, it would only hurt us more. I hope the water signs more. Just let it all out. So let's see what fire signs. See if one sticks out. Oh, it did. The child I was meant to be. So fire signs, this is you, and it's to do with memories. That's what you need to reflect on. You need to reflect on your memories. Though you may think you made mistakes in the past, everybody does, right? But for the fire signs, it may be bothering you a bit more. So this is time to reflect on those memories of childhood and to empower yourself that, you need to realize you can't change it, but you can accept it. You can accept it and then empower yourself and move on. Fire signs. There's nothing to be ashamed of, and there's definitely, you don't want to be thinking that you did something so bad that it affects your whole life, because that's never the case at all. And with this, it's more like thinking back on childhood memories. And if there's any trauma with those childhood memories, this is the card that tells you to deal with that trauma. Don't hold it inside. Deal with it. Let it out. That's what these cards are all about. They're all about self-reflection on things that are happening in our lives. And that's definitely childhood memories reflection. So that's what you need to work on. Okay, so now the earth signs. Let's see if the card sticks out for earth signs. Earth signs. That one won't come out of my hand. Peaceful among thorns. This is asking you, earth signs, to reflect on the people around you. Okay? Though you are generally the centre of most people, whether it be at work or, just out doing things in social circumstances, earth sign. You're the one that's most grounded. This is telling you to reflect on what's around you, the situation or the people around you. It's time to take a better look at it now and decide what you want to do going forward. So there's some undecisiveness going on, and in your mind, it's playing on your mind basically. So the important thing would be to reflect on that situation around you or those people around you and decide the best option for you to move forward. And that's what that means, earth signs. So that's how I would read them. I wouldn't use the book. I think I can better. I like to prefer to just use my intuition, what's being told to me, and I think that works out well. So these cards are about self-reflection, reflecting on ourselves and healing ourselves from the inside. And that's why any air sign, I'm a Libra, they need to take a step back and relax and just have that silence and enjoy their own company to work through some things they are feeling. And it's really more or less the same with the water sign, but the water sign is masking it. The airs are not masking it, they're just not doing it. But the Cancer signs are masking some emotional effects right now, and they need to reflect on that by stripping it all down and just working with whatever's going on inside there. And then the fire signs, it's about childhood memories, so they need to reflect on whatever's bothering them from their childhood and learn to accept it, deal with any trauma and go forward. And then the earth signs, they have to deal with a situation that's happening right now that's around them. It could be people or a situation, who knows, either, it could even be family, it doesn't have to be work colleagues, but they need to reassess those thorns around them. Are they really needed? Is it the right thing? Is this the right way? That's what the earth signs need to reflect on, and they need to decide their path from there. And that is basically how the dark mirrors work. So they're not positive cards, guys. But in a way they are, because they learn us to deal with our shadow side, our inner self that we sometimes don't want to deal with. And that's what these are here for. They're for the guidance, more of your inner shadow side that we tend to hide. So yeah, that's how that came about, and that's how I read these cards. So thank you so much for being here with me and listening and coming along. And of course, as always, many blessings.